guys, thanks for joining me. I have set myself the challenge to read as many of the Richard and Judy Autumn 2017 book club books as I can, and in today's video I am going to be talking about The Roanoke Girls by Amy Engel. I actually got sent this book about 1.5 years ago. It was an early proof. There was a lot of hype about it, and I didn't read the book at the time. I kind of wish I had, because having read it in the last couple of weeks I can totally see why there was so much hype around this book. I got sent it because I'm a crime writer, and this is a crime book but not in a procedural sense, and not, I guess it would fit in a kind of psychological suspense way into that sort of subgenre. I'm going to read you the back of the book and then I'm going to give you a potential spoiler, but it isn't really, because most of the marketing was based around this for the book, and also you find this out on about page 3, but I'll read you the back first. Everyone wants to be a Roanoke girl, but you won't when you know the truth. Roanoke girls never last long around here. In the end, we either run or we die. The girls of the Roanoke family, beautiful, rich, mysterious, seem to have it all. But there's a dark truth about them that's never spoken. Lane is one of the lucky ones. When she was 15, over one long, hot summer at her grandparents' estate in rural Kansas, she found out what it really means to be a Roanoke girl. Lane ran, far and fast, until 11 years later, when her cousin Allegra goes missing, and Lane has no choice but to go back. She is a Roanoke girl. Is she strong enough to escape a second time? Okay, so I just got goosebumps reading the back of the book, because The Roanoke Girls is about incest. On page 3, it's about 3 pages in, you actually find out that this is the dark truth that's hiding at the centre of this family and what's kind of gone on in this house. Or you find out elements or hints of what's gone on. It's then unfolded throughout the rest of the book. This is incredibly difficult subject matter to write about, and Amy Engel has clearly done a lot of research. She has made it realistic, she has made it sensitive. This is not a sensationalist, weird sexual fantasy kind of book. Nothing really happens on the page, everything's off the page. We're talking about the emotional and psychological impact that incest has on Lane and on the rest of the Roanoke family. It's incredibly tense and a gripping read, and I think she's done it so well, the way that she basically unfolds what's happened in this house and for how long it's gone on for. You find out at periodic points throughout what happened to the other Roanoke girls, until the final moment of kind of confrontation and the twist that comes with what happened to Allegra and whether or not she's still alive. It's a really interesting and fascinating read, and I can see that a lot of people will find it difficult to get through because of the subject matter. That said, I think it's done really well. It's a really clever book and a very brave subject matter to tackle, and I think Amy Engel has really kind of nailed it. I have seen a couple of people who have read this who enjoyed the book, in the sense that they thought it was very well written and really kind of would recommend it to other people, but who cannot keep the book in their house afterwards, and I understand that. This is an in-depth look at a really dark aspect of human biology and warped kind of sexual dysfunction. It is also a love story, and there is an incredibly wonderful, realistic, bearing in mind how broken these characters are, love story that runs through this book. And I really got behind Lane as a character. I mean, you're going to anyway, right? Because you're talking about a 15-year-old girl who's living in a house where incest is taking place, or, you know, has taken place. And so you're definitely going to get a root for the character. But more than that, I thought that her complexities of her nature, the complexities of what Lane does, how she tries to deal with this, really kind of opened up that. And I wondered actually if Amy Engel started from that point. She started with a broken character and then worked out what it was that had taken her to do some extreme things, or to do some negative or harmful things to herself. It's a great read. If you've got the stomach for it and it's not a trigger warning, then I would recommend it. Let me know if you've read the Roanoke Girls and if you liked it, if you would recommend it to others, and let me know if you've read any of the other Richard and Judy 2017 Autumn Book Club picks in the comments below. Give this video a thumbs up and do subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you very much. Bye.